Yo, what is up everybody? Bama Saltwater, Steven here. I'm actually on my boat today. Not much different than any other trip other than one thing, and it's pretty dang cool. I don't know if y'all notice anything different. Horsepower is the same, but this is a brand new engine. Only has like 15 minutes on it, and that's from the test tank at the dealer. This is a 2023 Yamaha F250 Offshore. My other engine was 16 years old, still going extremely strong, but just decided to get something brand new that should last me a very long time as well. And we're gonna go and break it in together, y'all. Just do an overview. 250 horsepower, 4-stroke engine, Yamaha Saltwater Series 2 prop. And this is actually a 15.25 inch diameter by 18 pitch. So we'll see how she runs. Should get better fuel economy out of this. So y'all, I know you don't want to hear a bunch of talking. We're going to get out on the water, start the break-in procedure, because they do have certain things you have to do to break these engines in and seat the rings, but you can't go out on the boat without bringing a fishing rod. So that's what I'm doing. So y'all, let me grab some camera batteries and stuff, and I'll see you at the boat ramp. Well, it's not too hot, and oh, y'all got to witness that story of my life right here. I'm always out of gas every time I hook up the boat. Good gracious, y'all, we got to go get gas and then head to the local boat ramp. So we made it to the boat launch, and this will be the first time this motor has actually been launched in saltwater and in water in general, other than a test tank at the dealership. So this is awesome. Dang, that sucker's quiet. Wow. And then it's gonna start spitting water. There we go. Let's go up to this quick release. And all I do, pull it. There we go. Sounds like a dying deer, but that's just my roller on my trailer. But we're launched. I love that thing because I launch by myself all the time. Very handy. So let me get this thing tied up, and we're going to get to using it and breaking it in. Now, there is a specific thing you have to do when you install a brand new motor. That goes for cars, trucks, boats, I'm sure airplanes, tractors, or whatever. But Yamaha specifies exactly how you're supposed to run it. Now, a lot of that is so the piston rings can actually seat right, and they get an even wear to where your fuel doesn't go through and leak into your oil. You want to make sure you do the procedure right to your manufacturer's specifications. I'm not a mechanic by no means. I know just enough to save some money when things are broken. This is where we're going to pick up and run the boat, no more than 2,000 RPM till we reach our first hour of operation. So let's go ahead and get that started. This will probably be the most boring part right here. It is a very necessary step. Gonna run it like that, y'all, for a while. I'll see y'all when we hit an hour. Well, that wasn't too bad. It ran really smooth. We just hit 1 engine hour, and we did it all under 2,000 RPM. But that's step 1 of the break-in procedure. And for the second hour of running, we're gonna accelerate the engine to where the boat can get on plane, but not full throttle, and then pull it back to where the boat stays on plane and run that for an hour. So at least we get to go a little faster. Engine still sounds nice and quiet, which is awesome. I'm excited about that. And we're just going to enjoy our time in Orange Beach and continue breaking in this engine with step 2. So we got up on plane, up on the pad pretty easy, and then I pulled back. We're about 3,200 RPM. About 25 miles an hour. So we're gonna be chilling like this, chilling like a villain for the next hour of running, and then we'll get into the third step. The first step's really the most important. I mean, they all are, but the first step's the most tedious because you're going slow. But shows a nice day to be out. Heck yeah. Got a big old barge, push boat. A couple barges and then a push boat there. Pretty cool. Barge line. Rusty Moore. That's awesome. Y'all, so we just hit 2 hours on the engine. Now, pretty much the last step is for the next 8 hours. That means from here until that hour meter turns to 10. We can operate the boat at any speed as long as you don't operate it at full throttle for more than 5 minutes. That's what they recommend. But y'all, this doesn't have to be done like in one day. I set aside a day to take advantage of the nice weather, calm seas, and not as many boats out today to break in this engine. On our way home, I just want to show you, since Orange Beach is a pretty cool place to live, and if you're ever out here on boat, or if you do boat rental or fishing charter or anything, there's somewhere that you can stop by and see something interesting, kind of creepy at the same time, but definitely unique. This is Barber's Marina over here. Canal Road's right there. Dock Seafood is like right there. So pretty close to everything. It's a lot faster to get here by water, but there's a lot of big yachts. So this is what I wanted to show you. It's called the Lady of the Bay, but there she is right there. I don't know what the meaning behind it is, and I've lived here all my life pretty much, but definitely interesting to say the least. But I figured I'd show y'all while I was driving by here. So there she is. It'd be creepy if that thing stood up, wouldn't it? We're gonna make our way back and probably do one more whole shot and full throttle run and then load the boat up. But we're gonna pick it up to some full throttle right here just for a second to see what she does. So that's with 85 gallons of fuel, which is heavy. You don't want to hit your rev limiter when you're fully loaded down, because then you're going to kind of over rev when you're fairly empty. But you also don't want to be under rev, because then you're going to be burning excess gas and making some oil a lot of times as well. So 5,500 RPM at full throttle, completely loaded down with gas. Pretty happy with that prop. All right, got the power pole down. Put my bow line on. That engine ran pretty good. It's time to get her onto the trailer. But this is actually the launch in Orange Beach. This is a new launch. It's about a year it's been here. Pretty big launch. Technically 6 lanes right there to launch your boat, and a gigantic parking lot. And that's the intercoastal waterway there. You got the wharf. So if the other boat ramps are busy, it's about 6 to 7 miles from here to the pass to go out into the Gulf of Mexico. So account for that in your fuel when you're heading offshore, if you're not launching down at Boggy Point or Cotton Bayou or from your dock. Been here, I've launched, and I've seen it completely packed all the way down there. I had to park one time, but I don't mind walking. So let's get in this hot truck and load her up. The key about backing up a boat trailer is really take your time and don't dip the trailer all the way down in the water. I mean, certain boats you do, but on a steep ramp like this, dip it down shallow. If you have to go down a little bit further, you can. but I like it to where my front roller is just sticking out of the water. So, because I have that easy loader, so I have to power it up. But if you back it real far down, the back of your boat's going to sway around and make it very difficult to keep it straight on the trailer. And practice helps a lot. And then there's some days you look like a professional, and then some other days you look like it's your first time loading a boat on the trailer. Been there, done that plenty of times. So don't feel ashamed, just take your time. But this is more of a vlog style video. Didn't do any fishing. I might throw some fishing in at the end of this video. I don't do too many of these types of videos, but it's a pretty big deal getting a new engine. They ain't cheap by no means, and I was just wanting to be able to share breaking in this new engine with y'all and its maiden voyage, since y'all always join me on all of these fishing trips. There we go. We'll get her on. All right, she's on there. That's why I like that quick latch. So normally when you power load, try to be courteous, make sure there's nobody right behind you. And then also, if it's a real dirt ramp or a gravel ramp, power loading sometimes can be frowned upon. But this is a boat ramp used by quad engine boats. It's made for this. Turn off your engine after it comes down to normal idle. And another important thing I see a lot of people forget is to raise their engine up. You want to raise that up, because if you don't, and if you don't have a jack plate, or if your engine sits pretty low, you're going to run your $800, $900 stainless steel prop and your skeg of your engine on the concrete, and it's not going to be fun. So raise that up, make sure everything's off. You don't want to pull out the engine with it cranked, and we're good to go, y'all. Just want to show you what I did before I even drove my truck up. Always, 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 even though you may have gotten away with it before or see other people do it, all it takes is one time for it to happen. But put your winch strap on, put your safety chain on before you pull the boat up. I have this, it says it will hold the weight. I still hook up all my chains, because the one time you don't is when your boat's going to end up on the ramp rolling off the trailer. Real easy, everything's shut off. We'll strap her up. I'm gonna head out, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's not what I normally do. It's more of a vlog, just to introduce the new engine to the channel, because I know that we're going to break it in nice and good and get it all bloody and salty with some big fish. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, go smash that subscribe button. You know I appreciate you as always. We'll see you on the next Bama Saltwater fishing video. Most importantly, I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us, and we'll see you later.